Hey everybody, what's going on? Chana D, your techno dad here. Got something different for you. Thought I'd sit down with you guys and have a nice little chat. That's right, we're gonna have a little chat. What are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about the shopping season, this crazy shopping season that's gonna start up at the end of the week. And of course, you know I'm talking about Black Friday. Today's Monday, Black Friday is this Friday, and so I have just a little bit of time to just give you guys a little bit of insight and make sure you make the right decision. That being said, we'll get into it right after the jump. All right, we're back. So, why is this video labeled warning? Simply put, you're gonna throw a bunch of your hard-earned money, buy a new TV. If you're looking to replace your TV, now's probably the best time to do it. Why? Because the 2016 models came out in May of this year, and everybody's just gonna start slashing prices. They got some crazy Black Friday deals going on. And of course, this does also include Cyber Monday. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't try to go anywhere on Black Friday other than, no, I just won't go anywhere. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever. What you want to do, especially in regards to 4K TVs, and 4K TVs with HDR, since that's like the new thing. If you're into movies, if you're into just watching TV like regular TV, or if you're into playing games, if you just like having all of like the newest stuff, you know, if you're an early adopter, I want to just let you guys know that you really need to pay attention. I want you guys to really focus in on what model number is what, and what it actually does and what it actually has, okay? A lot of this 4K stuff is still fairly new, but the stuff that's even newer than the 4K is HDR, which stands for High Dynamic Range. Now, people ask, what's the difference, Techno Dad? Well, the difference between standard dynamic range and high dynamic range is the whites are brighter and the blacks are darker. That's the easiest way to put it. And from watching 4K HDR content, you get a lot more depth perception because of the enhanced contrast. It makes it a little bit more 3D, kind of, not like 3D, like, but more of a distinctive three-dimensional picture that you're seeing. Netflix has some great 4K HDR content. I played Forza Horizons 3, Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One S, and I've played Uncharted on the PS4 Pro. All those three games are HDR compatible. If you're into games, you need to make sure that TV has HDR10, okay? HDR10, 10, that's 2 5s. So there's two types of HDR. One is HDR10, which is kind of like an open format. The other is Dolby Vision, which is a proprietary format. The problem is all the manufacturers call their HDR10 something different. LG calls it HDR Pro. Samsung calls it HDR 1000. If you're going in for a Vizio, I believe only the Vizio P series has HDR10. You'll need like a firmware update. Otherwise, all the other 4K HDR TVs from Vizio that are not the P series have Dolby Vision HDR, not HDR10, okay? Both of the consoles, PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One S, you need HDR10. HDR10 occurs best on 10-bit panels. You're gonna see a lot of TVs like the Samsung KU series that are 8-bit panels that say they're HDR, but it's HDR Premium. That's what Samsung's lower end of HDR is called, HDR Premium. So if you find a Samsung TV in the right price range, in the right size for your room or whatever, and you see HDR Premium, it's not really HDR10. So you'll kind of want to skip that, okay? And look for something that Samsung calls HDR 1000. That's going to be your HDR10. So back to the Vizio, all 4K TVs made by Vizio that have HDR are going to be Dolby Vision, except for the P series, which you can get a firmware update, which will allow HDR10. That's what you're gonna need to look for if you wanna get your HDR gaming on. And you know, it does make a difference. It looks really awesome. The environments are super realistic, that kind of thing. So the moral of the story here is, do your homework. Do your homework. Go on the computer right now, check out all the TVs in your price range, and you gotta weed out a whole bunch of the crap that just not gonna work. The TV I have for our bedroom is the LG 49 UH 6500 series, 6500. Now that TV does HDR10, it does it phenomenally, and it was $600, okay? And it was some sort of fluke, I guess, because after I bought it, like a week after I bought it, the price went up to 700 on Amazon. So I don't know what the deal is. I just lucked out. Just got right in there. And it looks great. And I think it's the best budget 4K TV on the market. Now, you're going to see some really awesome deals. It's really just, you're going to do yourself a favor if you're more informed. If you are well informed about what it is you need and what these people are offering, okay? Because you're going to see some stupid deals. I saw like a 49-inch 4K TV for like $299 or something like that. No idea what it is. So get on the internet and try to find out what the situation is. I would definitely try checking out 4k.com. Okay, they do a lot of television reviews. And another site that's great to get information is, they call it ratings.com, but it's RTINGS, so ratings without an A, rtings.com. I'll put links in the description, of course. Check it out. Check out what they have. Check out all of their reviews. They have some really awesome reviews. They have video reviews. They're very comprehensive. Even if you just open up a search bar, type in the TV model space rtings.com, boom, boom. First one is going to be the review for that TV. So make sure you do a little studying. So you got 5 days, okay? If you're waiting for Cyber Monday, you got like a week to figure out what your price range is, figure out what falls in that price range, and then when the time comes, see what kind of deals are going on. Could you get a better TV for the price range you were going for, or are you just gonna stick with the TV that you chose? So do some research, get yourself a price range, and check out the TVs in that price range right now. When Friday comes along, when Monday comes along, check out that TV again just to see where the price went. Did it stay the same? Did it go down 100? Did it go down 300? If so, maybe you can look a series up to see what fell down into your price range. So you end up getting a better TV. You see what I'm saying? For that price. I would suggest picking a price range. That would be my suggestion to you. Pick a price range you're comfortable with spending the money. Don't try and go get some crazy LG OLED TV. Find yourself a price range. Do some research with all the TVs in that price range for the appropriate size for your living room or bedroom or whatever it is. Get some options. Get like 3 or 4 options. When Friday shows up, when Monday shows up, go to your favorite websites, go to your favorite stores. What do they got? What kind of deals are going on? And if your TV, let's say, it was at, let's say $1,000 and it went down to $700. And let's say that was like the Samsung, KS7000. Well, see what the Samsung KS8000 was in that, what price that's at in the same size as the one you were looking at. And that way you can get an even better TV for your price range, Don't just go out there and be like, oh, 4K TV, $400. Oh, sure, I'll just buy that. Whatever. Be informed. And you might be able to snag a really sweet deal on an expensive or on a mid-priced TV. And when I say mid-priced, I would say mid-price is between $1,000 and $2,000, okay? That's what I mean by mid-price. I would say budget is anything under $1,000. Mid-price be $1,000 to $2,000. High would be $3,000 to $4,000. Like stupid expensive, or for the really rich is above $4,000. And yeah, there are like some TVs that are like, $15,000, $20,000. Yes, there are for people that have nothing to do with $20,000. They buy a TV. So let's talk about brands now. A lot of people love to buy the same brand of TV or anything. People have brand loyalty and that kind of stuff. I used to be all about Samsung, all about it. LCD TVs, and then I got an LED TV, and then went to Panasonic when I got a plasma, and for this 4K TV in our bedroom, I went to LG. Reason being, all the Samsung TVs, 49-inch, that had HDR 1000 were above $1,000. The ones that were cheaper had HDR Premium, which doesn't really do HDR 10. And I wanted HDR 10 for PS4 Pro and for Xbox One S. So I went with LG because I got this LG for $600. Fantastic. 49-inch TV. Anyway, Sony has a whole bunch of stuff that are really good. Just make sure you're going to get one with the X1 processor. I think it's the 850D on up. Maybe even the 800D is a good choice. And if you can't afford that, the 750D. I believe it's the 850D that you want to get that, or the 930D or the 940. And if you can't afford to get up to their, 75-inch Z9D or whatever with the X1 Extreme chip, go to the manufacturer's website and check out what they have. And they're like hierarchy in the numbers or the series, because they'll have like a series of TV that has a certain amount of features and then different sizes for those TVs. So you can kind of, gauge it. Like the Samsungs kind of just go up in numbers. There's a 7000 series, there's an 8000 series, there's a 9000 series, and there's like one or two letters, in front of that. So like I said, find yourself a price range. Let's say it's $1,200. Let's say your $1,200 TV has now gone down to $900, and then now this $1,500 TV has gone down to $1,200. And then you're like, oh, fantastic. I'm gonna get this 8000 series TV in the same size as the 7000 series TV for the price of the cheaper TV. And you get something better. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you get a better TV. These are the things I think about when I'm looking for a TV. I'm totally blown away by this 4K HDR TV you got in the bedroom. I want one in the living room. Getting a 65-inch OLED is pretty pricey. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm looking at some other options. Now, if you're like $1,200, that's way too much, dude. Not to fear. I got that LG 49-inch. The series is the UH6500. I believe you can get the 6550 in a 50-inch screen for $750 right now. That's before it goes on sale. And like the 60-inch or 65-inch is just under $1,000. That's before the sale. $1,000 65-inch could be $700, and that 750, 50-inch could be like $500. Like I said, pick yourself a price range, then do all your research with everything in that price range. I'm really not sure about the quality. I've never seen in person a Hisense TV. I've seen a Vizio. I've seen the Vizio P series, and they look pretty good, actually. So, definitely check them out. If you can check out these things in person, it's good and it's bad, because, you're going to have a whole bunch of crazy bright fluorescent light. You're not going to have a nice dark room. If you can, go to like a Best Buy with a Magnolia, you're going to definitely get a better viewing experience while you're shopping for TVs. So that's basically my little spiel here. I want to help you guys out. I want to make sure you guys know what you're buying and know that it's going to work for what you want it to do. If you just want to jump into 4K, say to hell with it and just buy this 65-inch because you saw it for $600, let's say, and then 6 months, 8 months goes by, and then you end up getting, Xbox One S. You toss it in and you try to play some Netflix, and it's got some HDR titles, and what happens? You play it, don't work. Then you're like, crap. Now what do I do? It's a fairly large piece of furniture that you're buying. So the bottom line is you want to make sure it fits for you and what you're going to do. And if you want to try and future-proof it a little bit, try to get something just a little bit better. The fuck was that? What was that? The hell was that? Did you hear that? All right, this place is freaking me out, so I'm gonna go now. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you got a comment or a question, you want me to check out some sort of TV for you, hey, if I got a little time, I'll do that for you guys. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.